Hey everyone, thanks again for joining us at the Liverpool Connection podcast. This is Pub Chat, our favorite Irish pub in all the land, BD Riley's. I'm here with Glenn, Julian, and our special guest, Kerry, after a 2-0 victory over the Geordies. And I just wanted to say thank you for joining us. You guys, I think you guys, some of you guys have been with us for a while. We've had Kerry on like 2 years ago, and our favorite vlogger. She travels around the world wearing the Liverpool kit. So it's great to see you again. And before we get into the game, I want to just say congratulations on your engagement to Mr. Alex that's sitting there behind the camera. So all of us, we just want to say congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for the hospitality and inviting us here, because I know we've been talking about this for a while. And I've heard so many incredible things about the group here in Austin, and you guys definitely lived up to those expectations. We had such a wonderful time today.
You know, the last time I saw you, we were in Vegas preseason, and we didn't really think the season was going to go the way it has, right? No. So it was great to have you here in Austin on a positive note, winning 2-0. So let's get into the game. You guys predicted that the lineup was probably going to be the same, the way it was going to be. You called that Gomez was going to partner with Van Dijk, and he did. Let's be honest. You know, Newcastle was on the front foot at the very beginning. Glenn, your thoughts Julian, your thoughts at the very beginning, because I know, Glenn, you were still coming to the pub at that time.
I thought it was Newcastle looked like they were on the front foot from the off. They were pushing us back. They seemed to make a really good start, first 5-10 minutes, so you could see that Newcastle's plan was to go at us, right? And it was obvious the tactic was to go in the same Maximan, go down the left, etc. But then the goal came out of the blue. You know, I didn't expect it. And Nunez, great finish. He needed a goal, we know that.
Great finish.
Took it, finished it really well. Loved his passion after scoring the goal. That's that type of player. That's what he is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it hurt Newcastle big time, because we didn't start that well. First few minutes, Newcastle started really well.
So we scored that goal about the 7th minute, right? Yeah. So yeah, they were really coming at us, and we kind of, it was really a sucker punch having that goal. And what a great finish! The run
was good.
The first touch was excellent. Off his chest, back down, I know, and it's so exciting because, Glenn, you know, we really haven't been scoring goals first, and we're just surprised that to absorb that much pressure at the very beginning and then scoring that goal.
I'll tell you who was surprised, me, because I was having a massive pee. Yeah, and
do they call it the loo?
There's nothing worse than trying to have a massive pee, and then hearing everyone going, "Ah!" and then you score, and you're like, "Fuck's sake, why did I go and have a pee now?" But yeah, no, it was brilliant. Like, strange game, as you said. The first 10 minutes was very weird, wasn't it? It was a bit back and forth. Mm-hmm. But to get the goal at that point, absolutely fantastic. Great finish. I'm not sure about their defending. Defending was a little bit ropey, wasn't it? But
it was odd for such Newcastle with the best defensive record in the league, and
we talked about that midweek, right? They came in with only giving up 13 goals the whole season in the Premier League, and we really, the space that Nunez had on that run, I mean, it was a brilliant pass from, I believe, Salah, the little flick-on pass, and the timing of the run, and we had to wait to celebrate, right? But you're right.
Not to bang the drum on that, but Nunez does look far more effective on the left, coming in. It's made a big difference in the last 2 games. It made a massive difference before the World Cup when he played there, and it was a good start. It's what you want, right? Like early goal, and
I mean, it's the one thing you've been right about this whole season is that Nunez should play on the left.
He should. He might be a number 9 in the future, right, for us. But if we're playing a 4-3-3, which is what Klopp loves to play, Nunez ain't a number 9 in that. He's not. Gakpo is better in that position, but Nunez right now should play on the left. When Diaz comes back, then we'll see what happens. But Kerry, what do you think? How do you think the game went? Or the first half? Enough of us.
No, I mean, honestly, just delightfully surprised. Like, I just think that it was really good, and I mean, I was thinking like even second half, I was like, yeah, we're gonna score some more, and I just want to see more of that this season. That's all.
I think it's weird. Like, such a weird game. The whole game, wasn't it? Because Liverpool could have scored about 8 goals today, but then Newcastle probably could have scored about 4 and 5.
Yeah, Alisson made some saves.
Right? Throughout the game, it was just such a strange game of football. So like, even when we were 2-0 up, and then how funny was he when he got a red card? He's next to me going, it's a bit harsh, isn't it, that he's getting a red card?
Catching the ball in your hands is harsh as the last man.
100%, right? Yes, it is a red card, right? 100%. It's a red card. He goes there. He's going for like a diving header, and then he gets his hand on it, and he picks it up, and he's thinking, "Oh shit, I know what I've done." But the fact he's going to be out of the League Cup final, that's where I find it a little bit harsh. Hey, in a way, I feel like stick to what if you're in the league. You're banned from the league. If you're in the cup, you're banned from the cup. That's where it's harsh.
So let me give some context on that red card from Pope. Is that prior to that, he had come out and got the ball right in front of Nunez. Nunez was coming in. And so I think he thought he could do it again, and he just misjudged the flight of the ball, right?
That's all that happened.
Where he could have put a boot through it, and he went down to try to hit it.
All goalkeepers trying to think they can play
it's no question it's a red card, right? He's the last person.
So
Salah would have been there.
So funny. Because that there pretty much the game's sort of set, isn't it? Because they've got to come out now.
But we were 2-0 at that time. Gakpo gets another goal. That's 2 in 2 games for him. And he really... for people that are like, what's he going to do for this team? He's showing that he offers a versatility as the number 9 to be able to play kind of a different way than Bobby does, Firmino usually.
I think he's got loads of Bobby's qualities, to be honest with you. It's not like it doesn't look like a player that's going to sort of run in behind like a Nunez would. He drops off, he links the play, brings other players into play. Like the last couple of games, obviously he scored in both of them, but you can sort of see that he's starting to get into his rhythm. So I thought he done well today, but it's just so funny. The keeper getting sent off, it really was. You don't really see that, do you? You don't really see a keeper coming out and just going grabbing it like that. So, but no,
you don't see where it's that blatant, where the keeper's mind obviously went a little bit blank, where he blatantly goes to. I mean, you see it where it hits the hand, whatnot. But
even if it's like just outside the area, sometimes they'll try and like get away with it, but you're so far out. But it's so funny.
But it kind of just shows you that the Newcastle defense that has been pretty stout, they lack the pace in the back where the keeper has to play a higher line, and he has to come out to cover behind their back line. And he got one right with the Nunez one. And he got one wrong with the Salah one. It just shows you that, they're used to playing that high a line because, Liverpool has the people that can run behind, right? So.
Yeah, but even like later on in the game, like Maximin, he can do that, can't he? He's not really a good player, but he can sort of take on 3 like he did, and he hit a great shot, and Alisson made a great save. Just those sort of little moments in the game, but. Second half coming out, and I was saying to you, like, what Newcastle were going to do. Like, were Newcastle going to be like, let's sort of take off some of our better players now because the game's sort of done. The fact that we, if someone had said to me at the start of the game that Liverpool were going to make 4 subs on 55 minutes at the start of this game, I'd have thought, fucking hell, it's gone tits up again. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that we could take off 4 players and be like, Henderson, sound, boxed off. Nunez, hopefully shoulder's not too bad, and the other 2 as well. The fact that we can do that, all season I've been saying, just give me like a 2-0 where the game's just pretty much over, and the fact that it's been the derby and today, it's amazing me.
So now we've won 2 games on the bounce. We're going into the Real Madrid game, but going back to this game. So we had a man up for a long time of the game, but it just reminds me of a couple of seasons ago where we weren't too arsed about scoring more goals, just manage the game, manage the legs. And did you guys kind of see similarities from a couple of seasons ago?
No.
I mean, I think that I think that this game and then the derby, like we were talking about, is giving us a little bit more confidence for the rest of the season, and I'm especially excited about it because I'm traveling to Liverpool soon. So I'll be there for the match against Wolves and United, and I was kind of thinking like, okay, this is probably not going to see us Liverpool win, but I mean, it's giving us the confidence back, and we need that to finish out the rest of the season. And then going in and seeing what we can do at Champions League, I think a lot of us are ready. We're like, this is our time to finally beat Madrid. And I think we're getting the confidence to be able to do that.
You know, she talks about confidence, and one of the couple of people I saw today that had more confidence was Fabinho and also Gomez. The confidence that Gomez has when Van Dijk is next to him, even though probably Van Dijk's not 100%, but you could just see the positioning and the attitude that Gomez had when Van Dijk's next to him. Did you see the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, it makes a big difference, doesn't it? Like and he's not fully fit, but having Virgil on the side and a Virgil that's playing well makes a humongous difference to whoever is playing alongside him. And he did well, considering Virgil's been out for so long. You know, he had a pretty good game. He did really well. Fabinho, I thought, was excellent today. And yes, it was against 10 men, but still, with Fabinho, he got that yellow card early on. Right, so he had to play his style of game a little bit differently as well. And I thought Fabinho was excellent the entire game. If I was to pick a man of the match, it would probably be, I mean, there's a lot of good candidates for that, but I would pick Fabinho for that.
After Alisson, right?
And Alisson was excellent early on, but I will say why I said no earlier to your point was I do feel that we're still playing a little bit open in comparison to previous seasons where especially late on in the second half, Newcastle had a number of chances, but and then you flip that to the early in the first half as well, and Alisson made 3 or 4 really good saves. So it's still something that needs to be worked on if we want to beat Real Madrid and we want to go forward and win the Champions League. There's still work to be done, no doubt, but we're on the right track. It was 2 very good performances, so we're heading in the right direction.
I thought it was such a weird game, right? Because it was like around that sort of 55, 60 minute mark, and they made all the change. They took all their, like, I was saying to you, wasn't I, about Trippier. Trippier's getting murdered by Nunes. Yeah. Nunes gets brought off, and then he takes Trippier off, and we're thinking, fucking hell, I've just been getting legged the whole game, and now you take him off, and now you're taking me off. But
well, you know, they do have the League Cup final this weekend.
No,
right?
that's what I'm saying about before, but there was like a 10-minute period of that game where I think both teams were just sort of like, right, the game's sort of dead, or the both managers were like, right, sound 2-0, shake hands, and then the players were just like, nah, fuck that, like, we'll have a chance, you'll have a chance, and it was just mental, wasn't it?
Well, we could have got like another 2
Joe
or 3 goals.
Joe could have scored about 4 goals. He was only on the pitch half an hour.
Jota missed a nice header. He probably should have been in the back of the net, right, Joe?
It's insane, wasn't it? But I mean, I can't complain, can you? The Reds have won 2-0.
It's so funny though, right? Because like a couple of weeks ago, top 4, fuck it, like top 4's done. We're not going to get top 4. Now you look at the league table.
It could be tough though.
And because a lot of the teams above us, you know, it's so open. Top 4 is well within our.
Well, we win the game in hand, and we're only 3 points behind Newcastle, right? So let me ask you guys something, because the midfield was the same midfield as we played against Everton, right? Bajcetic on the left, Fabinho, Henderson.
Yeah.
So with those two, Henderson and Fabinho, looking like they're getting their legs back, is that the midfield going forward? And because I'm saying that because Keita once again doesn't even get a minute in this game.
It's a solid maybe.
Solid maybe.
It is.
You're the famous for solid maybes.
That's a solid maybe. It's a definitely maybe.
That's what I mean.
It's hard. Henderson, is he going to start against Madrid?
It's hard.
He's going to be in and out, Henderson, I think.
Well, I think it's hard, isn't it? You just played Everton, absolutely dog shite, and then you played them today, and the game's so mad and weird. It's too easy. It's too easy. Like, would I want that midfield to start against Real Madrid? Yeah, but it's not like we've got like a whole load of options, is it really? What do you think, Kerry? Would you start the same midfield?
I'm gonna go with a solid maybe as well. It's hard to say. I mean,
this dude,
it is. It's a solid maybe.
Yeah, it's too hard to say after 2 games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll beat Newcastle.
It is hard to say.
We will. But it is hard to say, isn't it? I mean, it really, just based on you look at those players in the midfield, but Jatic looks exceptional, and he has been exceptional. But he's played so many games in a row. Henderson.
2 weeks ago, Fabinho was finished, wasn't he?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Well, to your point, Fabinho was finished. So I don't.
Well,
I personally.
By
the Twitterverse and social media. But the thing is, like, we play a game in a few days, right? Where these guys that are just finding fitness and form, Hendo and Fabinho, are they able to come back? But just to concentrate on this game, you know, we kind of just managed it in the second half. We had chances. It's good to see Firmino come out, Jota come in, Elliott playing a little bit. There's a lot of options on this team when everybody's healthy, and it'll be interesting to see how Klopp manages the players and the positions moving forward once all these players are fit, right?
Yeah, I really hope Nunes is okay, because I think if I could pick one player, obviously other than Alisson Becker, that I want to start against Real Madrid, it's Nunes. I think the last 2 games you can really see what he's been about. So I really, I hope he's all right. And then having Jota and Firmino, obviously. But
yeah, you look a little bit worried about.
He's nervous. He's nervous about it.
No, but like he's been absolutely mustard, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So like in Jota and Firmino, you can still see obviously they've been out for ages, haven't they? So they're not ready yet, I don't think. So Nunes is key. Is really key. So
anyway, a 2-0 victory. Good crack at the pub. It was packed. A good time for the kickoff. You know, everybody's here, and you know, just building upon the Everton victory as we move forward. A lot of games to play, and we'll preview Real Madrid here. In the next couple of days, we'll have a preview show. But final thoughts before we kick it off.
Final thoughts were: where are you traveling next?
Okay.
What's your plan? I know you're going to Liverpool in a couple of weeks. But where are you going from here? From Austin? Are you?
So I'm spending a lot of time in Guatemala where we live and planning our wedding. That's what I have to do before I travel anywhere next. Yeah. But towards the end of the season, I'll be in India and most likely Pakistan. And I've been in touch with the group in Pakistan, and I want to watch a game with them. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know, the Liverpool Connection podcast is huge in Pakistan.
Oh, massive.
Massive. I mean, we can't even.
There.
Yeah, they know us. They know us in Pakistan. So.
Well, now they got a shout out. And I've heard really great things about them too.
So when you go there and you say the Liverpool Connection podcast, they'll buy you a pint and they'll charge it to Glenn's tab. Yeah. So anyway, we love having you here. Your first time visitor to Austin. You and Alex. Follow Kerry on her Instagram. She just came back from Cuba. She had a little visit to Iraq, which is was so interesting, and thank you for sharing your story there. So follow her at Kerry somewhere. Follow us, subscribe, like, put on your notifications, and get more insight from these guys here. So last words.
Not from you.
I'm just a moderator.
It's just a moderator. He's finally admitted it.
Cheers.
Good stuff. Cheers.
Up the Reds.
Yes.
Happy days, y'all.